Good morning, or probably good day, my friends. Today is, of course, a special day because it is Father's Day. And I have a few selections, special selections for this once-in-a-lifetime tribute to all the men out there who happen to be fathers. Yes, even those who are long since gone, who have been fathers, myself included, and of course I'm not dead. That'd be funny if for some apparent reason I'm LPing from the grave. To be really silly. Anyway, a little history about what I'm about to play. It is based off a manga. It was 6 years old. And it is part of a series that is now being revived and being put to English. And it had quite a history in Japanese culture, as well as the fact being that it was part of a genre of Japanese films, which I'm going to actually go through while I'm playing the game. So, I hope you enjoy this classic from 1987. And the only time I actually found this game was, well, on Cubix 55. So, I hope it's one of yours as well as one of mine. Lights, camera, action. This is Kozure Ukami. If you've never heard of the series, it goes by the name of Lone Wolf and Cub. Lone Wolf and Cub tells the story of a man who was technically the Shogun's executioner. His name is Ogumi Itto. And his wife, Azami, was slain one day by some former vassals. And therefore he was in a word betrayed by these vassals of the Shogun because they wanted his position. So here's where it really got messed up. Now, as I mentioned, they have a son. The baby on the back is Daigoro. Of course, that's his kid. Now, here's the messed up part about it. Well, being that this is in the samurai age, the kid had only two choices. He had set before him a ball and a sword. The ball, if he chose the ball, that means his father would have to kill him. However, if he chose the sword, that would only mean that he would have to live and become a ronin. So, the child who was at one point 1 year old chose the sword, making him a ronin. So technically, I'm fighting the enemies that basically made him into a traitor. Now, I want to point this out. Imagine, if you will, if you were a father and you technically had the power of life and death over your own child. Yes, he can actually wield a spear as well as a sword. But only for a short period of time. The rifle is called a Tanegashima. Now, as I was saying before, while I'm getting totally immersed in this game, imagine, if you will, if you were a father in this age and you have the awful choice of being the one to actually do either this. Ah, crap. if you had the choice to either either if you had the choice of, basically saying, okay, you will either live or die by merely doing the following. You pick this ball, I'll kill you. However, if you pick this sword, you will live. But you will live for revenge. You will live to avenge our family, my namesake, and your mother's murder. Honestly, that's a hard choice, man. That is one choice I couldn't possibly make. I am not kidding. It's one choice you just couldn't do because of A, your humanity, and B, well, to think about it, you had to kill your own child for the sake of revenge. I couldn't do it. Me personally, I couldn't do it. If I had a kid, and you had to break that down to your kid. Yeah, crap. I mean, to be quite honest, you couldn't do it. And one moment. Well, Lone Wolf and Cub happen to be one of a form of Japanese a Japanese movie series, a genre called Chambara. I mean, if you ever heard of Zatoichi and Miyamoto Musashi, that happens to be one of those, the form of, the genre is called properly is Chanbara, which is basically a samurai flick. I guess the Seven Samurai wouldn't count as a Chanbara. Or maybe it could. Okay. Whew. I mean, seriously, you couldn't. I mean, seriously, for a series like that, you know, that's pretty hardcore. But yeah, that's what it was called. It was called Chanbara. It's still called Chanbara to this day because Zatoichi still exists. And Lone Wolf and Cub still exist. You may have not realized it, but you did see a bit of Lone Wolf and Cub. Like, I'll give a good example. The old version, when Samurai Jack was on the air, there was... Lone Wolf and Cub did make a cameo appearance in Samurai Jack. The episode Jack Remembers the Past showed him and his father, just like Oguri and Daigoro. So technically, in the story, well, Oguri gets a fatal wound, and this happens later, and Daigoro must be the one to avenge his father's death, and at the same time, reclaim the family name and honor as promised. So therefore, he went after the head of this conspiracy. Found out it was his grandfather. Goddamn Tanegashima. Oh, and mind you, these are the Shadow Yagyu. Yes, the same one as in Yagyu Jubei. flying. What? I keep doing that. You bonus game out. All it was a bonus game. You bonus game out. Yeah, sure. I didn't want no bonus game anyway. But I mean, for something like this, and I do enjoy a good samurai drama. I have not seen Lone Wolf and Cub before. So you can tell why I'm playing this, how I know the series. Now, I may have seen a bit of it when I did go to my local expo. Because they very often show old shows like that on the DVD player. Of course, like I said, I never owned the series, so. That's another thing. Next. Oh my. Oguri don't play that shit. But yeah, you're wondering why I'm playing this game. It was a comic book. Or rather, it's a manga. Mangas count as comic books after all. That's what they are. Because if you ever read a manga, well, you don't read a manga the same way you read a comic book. You see, how we read a comic book, it's always left to right. It's the exact opposite with a manga. I mean, it's an exact opposite. Bitch, get the hell out of my way. Oh, snap. So as I said before, you know, as you're reading a manga, it's always the other way around. Put the Tanegashima down. So this is the main reason of why I'm going through this. It's about honor, revenge, and you're using a ladder. You, sir, ought to be ashamed of yourself. Clearly, sirs. I mean, as a father, you know, you can only do the best you can for your children. I mean, you can only do so much for your children. As a parent, you know. You can only do so much for your children! And yes, you have to use both buttons too. Both the guard and the attack button you have to use for jump. And as you can tell, the jumping is so very flimsy. It's almost like Belmont jumping. Like you have to be in a certain position. For some reason, and he just fell off the cliff. And for some reason, I'm glad my dad taught me what I should know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Apparently you can fall off. You can fall off the cliff because, like I said, the jumping mechanic is very, very flimsy. You can't jump straight. And you have to be very cautious of where you jump. Who's next? Oh, you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. A mere 5,000 to my name. I'm only glad this is like on solid ground, because I swear if I had to do jumping one more time, I'm going to hurt somebody. As I said before, you know, as a father, you can only do so much for your child. And I'm grateful that my father, before he died, taught me what I need to know. And it's because I know how to basically cook is because of him and my, well, mainly him. You see, whenever my dad picked me up from school, he usually did the cooking, so I technically watched him cook. And that's how I learned how to cook. By merely observing how he cooked. I mean, if it's the one thing I'm grateful for, is the fact that I studied under him by doing absolutely nothing but watch him cook. Oh, and if I forgot who published this game, it's by Nichibutsu. Therefore, yeah. But yeah, I am grateful that, you know, I actually have a male figure in my life. Still. Grateful for the old man being in my life too. Because, you know, every good child needs a mother and a father. Regardless. God, you're ugly. So there's that. You're always going to need somebody. Clearly, you're going to always need somebody, and son of a bitch, I gotta jump again. Please say that's the only time I had to do that shit. But as I said, yeah, I'm grateful that I still have my mom, and I have the old man. Because I went through some rough times, and even now, he was there for me. Even when I didn't really want anybody to be there for me. But I am grateful, you know. I'm also grateful that, you know, at one point in my life I also had grandparents. Because it made me have a mutual respect for, you know, the elderly. You know, my elders. I can say I feel blessed. very blessed, very fortunate that I had all these people in my life. Or actually, I have all these people. I still have most of these people in my life. I believe this is the final boss. I'm not sure. That's it. Yep, that's it. That was the grandfather. And my journey is at an end. The battle is over. So with that, that has been Lone Wolf and Cup, based off the manga and series of the same title. So until next time, congratulations! You next world. Let's challenge. Let's not and say we did. So, with that, I've been the Tenkaichi of gaming, Ichigo Musco, and the Father's Day special is not done yet. No. Still have a few videos to show. Yeah, probably Octodad will be on that listing. So yeah, I'll see you next time with possibly more videos. Till then, take care, God bless, and of course, Tenkai Muso, and of course, to all the fathers out there, Happy Father's Day.